Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. In this episode, we are going to be talking about Gangs of Madras, directed by C.V. Kumar. The premise isn't new. We've seen it in the films the director names at the end of this film, like The Brave One, where Jodie Foster went after the men who killed her fiancé, and Kill Bill, where Uma Thurman went after the men who killed her fiancé. But go back even further, and you'll find films like I Spit on Your Grave, which are about a woman taking revenge, but which are also exploitation films. Gangs of Madras has that vibe, that exploitation film vibe, where the killings are not as important as the gruesomeness of the killings, and this is aided by Karthik Kumar's very neon, pulpy, lurid cinematography. Gangs of Madras feels fresh because it filters the vigilante angle through the gangster saga. The woman wronged is named Jaya. She's played by a very steely and quite effective Priyanka Ruth. She falls for a man named Ibrahim, she marries him, and then she changes her name to Razia. She converts basically, and then the man dies and she goes about taking her revenge. A huge part of the appeal of Gangs of Madras, especially for me, was that this heroine is placed in a milieu where heroes are usually placed. Now think of heroine-oriented vigilante films. You're usually thinking of films like Mom, the one with Sridevi, where she has to use her wiles in order to achieve her ends. Whereas you look at this woman, you look at Priyanka Ruth, the character she plays here, and she kicks ass, she gets her ass kicked too. The killings are refreshingly pawny. She gets to do what the heroes get to do. She gets her slow-mo walk, she gets her punchlines, and she gets a terrific interval block moment. And yet we are never allowed to forget the fact that this is the woman at the center of this movie. The film gets into some naked emotional places that a hero might not have done. Plus, Razia never becomes a superwoman. She ends up being used by a gangster, she ends up being used by the cops. There's a lot of give and take in the way she achieves her ends. It's not just one super action sequence after another like you'd find in the hero movies. All of this isn't to suggest that Gangs of Madras is really perfect. It's not. I could have done without the bits of preaching here and there. The budget shows in places, though the kitschy production design is consistently terrific. And also there are places where you feel a little more flair in the filmmaking would have helped. But which is not to say that these scenes don't work. They do. The killing of a person that you don't expect to die so soon, or the death of a long-time associate of a gangster. These are very, very well-written scenes. The scenes are written well enough that the writing compensates for the little bit of lack of flair in the filmmaking. And most importantly, Gangs of Madras isn't the usual fantasy vigilante film like you'd find in, say, the Shankar universe. That name just popped up in my head when I thought of vigilante movie. This shows that there are very real consequences to this kind of thing. And it shows how many people will end up dead even if you want to kill only a very few people. So I'm going with 3 stars for Gangs of Madras. The full review is up on the Film Companion website. If you like this video, do subscribe to Film Companion South. See you soon at the movies.